I have so many women, especially in perimenopause. This is like the secret to improving perimenopause right here. Helping your cycle regulate, because anything can throw your system off in perimenopause. Anything can make things more unbearable or resistive or frustrating. But these tinctures help to regulate everything. Produce and maintain the right amount of hormone for you. So many times, oh, what about this cream, or what about this or that, or all that stuff. We do not want to overload your system one way or another, but to support it properly through the different ebbs and flows of the month. Because each hormone does something specific and important. And once those are supported properly, oh my gosh, it's so easy to move day to day, week to week throughout the month with your system, just shifting and changing slightly. Hey there, welcome to the Female Health Solution podcast, where we discuss women's health, hormones, and everything else in between. Join me as we dive into the tools that you need to live your healthiest life. What does progesterone actually do? Is it necessary? Is it a big deal if I don't have progesterone? What's the deal with progesterone? Well, we're going to talk about it today in the episode of the Female Health Solution podcast. I am the host, Dr. Beth Westy. Welcome. Here we go. Let's just dive right in. Let's talk about progesterone. Progesterone is the counterbalance for estrogen. It is primarily produced by your ovaries, and you do need to ovulate to produce progesterone. So when a lot of people talk about, oh, just take this thing or do this thing, this is going to boost your progesterone and da-da-da-da-da. There's a lot more to it to make sure your system can actually ovulate, that your cortisol levels are not getting in the way, that you're not nutrient deficient enough, right? That there's not something else going on that's going to hinder your body's natural inclination to ovulate. A lot of times women are trying to target things, push things for ovulation. Let's make your body ovulate, when really your body will ovulate and will ovulate regularly, right on target usually, if your system is functioning well like it should. If it's not, we want to dive into that first. If you're looking for more information on that, go below this video, go check the show notes, all the things. It's going to have the links and the information for you to dive into. Now, with that being said, the things that I will talk about as support tools for progesterone are really designed to be used on a regular basis as additions to your regular healthy lifestyle. By no means is adding in a supplement meant to override the healthy lifestyle base foundation that you should have to support ovulation. Because like I said, you cannot force your body to ovulate, right? It's not helpful. And in Eastern medicine, it's not something that you would want to do. Okay. So, but what is the deal? What is the deal with progesterone overall? So let's talk about it. It's going to, make sure that your body is ready for a pregnancy every month, right? Thicken that uterine lining. Make sure that everything is set for that fertilized egg to take hold and take off. Whether or not it's there, your progesterone levels don't care if it's actually there. Or if you're like, yeah, I'm not looking for a fertilized egg this month. No, thank you. Progesterone doesn't care. It's going to prep it anyway. Yes. That's how our system works. That's how our bodies work. And this will occur from puberty all the way through menopause. Now, after menopause, your progesterone levels will drop and just stay lower then. Okay. That's great. Estrogen is also really, sorry, let me start that over. Progesterone, along with estrogen, also help with bone formation, right? Bone formation. Specifically, the cells that form bone are called osteoblasts. Osteoblast, B-L-A-S-T. Osteoclast is the cells that break down bone. But we want to make sure we form and maintain good bone density, right? These hormones can make sure and help that we do that as our systems age. Progesterone is also really helpful for mood regulation, for relaxation, sleep, right? It can really be important for neurotransmitter production, things like that. Because again, progesterone, just like estrogen, will also cross the blood-brain barrier in the brain and impact how your brain functions. This is why it can feel like certain times of the month, it's harder to focus, or I feel like garbage, or I feel more run down, or I feel whatever. Progesterone is also going to have a different focus in your system, right? While estrogen will help your digestive system move along quicker and absorb things better, progesterone is going to slow things down. It wants to absorb every little bit of nutrient from every bite of food that you eat, right? It is going to impact that muscle building, that muscle repair. It's not going to be focused as much on it. Not that you can't build muscle during weeks 3 and 4 of your cycle, right? We've got the follicular phase and then luteal phase. The luteal phase, your body's just not as focused on building lean muscle. It's not a bad thing. It's not the main priority at the time. So this is why if you want to really focus on building muscle, you would need to layer in certain, support, supplemental tools, things like that around specific types of exercise to help your system build more muscle. So weight bearing, weight training, weight resistance, all those things, plus branched chain amino acids or creatine, or making sure you're really getting enough protein day to day to day, right? And then helping your system moderate the right amount of progesterone is also important. And that's why I talk about my Progesterobalance Tincture. First ingredient is Vitex, chasteberry. Yeah. This is not a new herb. It has been around for thousands of years for women's health things, right? There's also red raspberry leaf, Damiana, ginger, oregano, vervein, myrrh, and then there is a little bit of cayenne in here to make it warming, because when I do talk about supporting the female cycle and estrogen and progesterone, I do talk about cooling and warming. So this is the warming phase. We want to encourage that. And I will also talk about seed cycling, right? The estrogen phase is pumpkin and flaxseed. The progesterone phase, the follicular phase, this is going to be sesame and sunflower seeds. Again, it can be tough to consistently seed cycle. This is why we have these tinctures, to help your system produce and maintain the right amount of hormone for you. The fun thing about this too is that I have Dutch tests where women have had hormone levels that are off balance, estrogen and progesterone. They implement these tinctures and it helps to regulate it. I have so many women, especially in perimenopause. This is like the secret to improving perimenopause right here. Helping your cycle regulate, because anything can throw your system off in perimenopause. Anything can make things more unbearable or resistive or frustrating. But these tinctures help to regulate everything. Produce and maintain the right amount of hormone for you. So many times, what about this cream, or what about this or that, or all that stuff. We do not want to overload your system one way or another, but to support it properly through the different ebbs and flows of the month. Because each hormone does something specific and important. And once those are supported properly, oh my gosh, it's so easy to move day to day, week to week throughout the month with your system, just shifting and changing slightly. You stop fighting with your body and you start working with it. It's so annoying to feel like, gosh, what is wrong with me this week? What is going on with my mood? Why am I so crabby? In this progesterone phase, your system is also going to need more protein. You will need more minerals, more fats, more calories every day than you did 2 weeks ago. The luteal phase will need more than the follicular phase, right? Your progesterones are going to need more. This means that if you are trying to eat the same as you did 2 weeks ago, you're actually under eating for what your system needs. That's going to lead to more cravings and everything else. The body never does anything without a reason. So if you've been struggling, if you've been frustrated, if you've been stuck, stop thinking that there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Your body is functioning the way that it should. It's trying to tell you that something is off and it needs a different support. So besides getting a Dutch test, besides looking at what's off, a great place to start is these tinctures right here. Implement them. I have so many women that will just try them, get started with them, and say, this has changed so much for me already. My irregular cycles went to regular. My moods have improved. My libido has improved. The quality of my period is better. My clots went away. My cramps have decreased significantly. The only thing I changed was this. Fantastic, right? Is there more to it? Yes. Like, I will always want to educate and encourage you to have an overall, great lifestyle to support your cycle. but these are great tools to layer in to make sure your system has that, especially when life just happens. So Estrobalance, Progesterobalance Tinctures. You can find more information about these below. And again, this is a great gift for other women, right? If you have used them or, noticed an improvement with your hormones and cycle, I mean, literally share them with other women. Every talk that I do at my old alma mater, my graduate school, I'll bring these tinctures in and then I circle back to the gals that I do a giveaway for at the end of my talk. Amazing feedback on how things have shifted. Again, with gals that are, graduate school students, very stressed, all this stuff, and just adding something in simple like this can change everything. So that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you need anything else. You can always find more info again below in the links and everything. Reach out to me if you have questions, but have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. If you would like more information, just head on over to drbethwesty.com for all the show notes and information from today's episode. And if you're looking for more community, more support, you can find and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and I would love to see you there.